In this lecture, I'm going to create the sample video you just saw in the previous lecture, and by so doing, show you the entire process of what the course is going to cover. Let's jump over to the Windows operating system and I'll show you how the previous lecture was recorded. Okay, here I am in Windows and I'm going to bring up PowerPoint so that I can make a combination of PowerPoint slides and a screen demonstration that I'm recording. So what we're going to do is label this lecture the sample video. This is the sample video I make in the next lecture. And then what I always like to have on my slides is I like to have an ending slide that says next lecture. And then I specify what the next lecture is, and it's creating the sample video. Now, the other thing that I want to insert in here is a new slide, and I want a title and content because I want to say 2 types of presentation, right? And I want to list them out here. I have a PowerPoint presentation and a screencast software demonstration. Now let's take these two and make them quite large so that they fill the area. That was a little too large. I don't want them to wrap. Bring it down a little bit. And then I want to do some animation on this. They fly on one at a time. So I come up to animations and I say fade. No, I don't want fade. I want fly in. No, I don't want fly in. I want float in. There we go. So I go to this first slide. I go and I hold Shift, select all the slides, and I say transitions. I want there to be a fade. So the whole thing, so there will be fade slide by slide. Now what I do is I say File, Save As, and I have a directory in my Documents Udemy directory for this new course. Unofficial Udemy course editing and recording, and here I'm going to save it as I give everything in this directory a UCAM prefix, and this is sample, the section, and this is the sample video. Now I'm ready to record. So what I do is I clear my throat and I get ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this little presentation, and then I'm going to jump over and I'm going to show a software thing, just some software demonstration, and then I'm going to jump back for the ending slide, and then I'm going to edit that. So let's start our video recorder. Well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the slideshow first from the beginning. And PowerPoint always puts these little navigation things you can just barely see ghosted in the lower left. I like to hit Control H to get rid of those. They already disappeared. Okay, so what I've got to do first is I've got to start the screen recorder. So I bring up the Camtasia screen recorder, and it's complaining that Camtasia is already running because I'm recording this. And what I want to hear is the microphone, which is working, and I want to record the whole slide. So everything's ready. Let's get ready for the show. I'm going to go to PowerPoint, do slideshow from beginning, hit Control H, clear my throat one more time, and we're now ready to record the PowerPoint presentation. Here we go. This is a sample video that I'm using to demonstrate how to record a video and edit it using Camtasia. In this video, I'm going to show two types of presentation. I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation, which is what you're seeing now, and then I'll do a screencast software demonstration, which I'm going to jump over to Windows to show you now. And at this point, we break out of PowerPoint. I come over to Windows, and I say, let's do a screen demonstration of PowerPoint. Here we are in PowerPoint, so here are the slides that we were just doing, and I can give you a screen demonstration of all kinds of features in PowerPoint and record it. Okay, stop giving me a help demonstration. And when I'm done, I just blank there. So we'll edit that out in post-production. I come back over to my PowerPoint presentation, the last slide, and I say slideshow from current slide, Control H to get any control stuff out of the way, and then I record the ending slide. In the next lecture, we're going to go over creating this sample video. I'll see you in that lecture. Now, when we're done, what we do is we hit F10 to stop the recording, but that's already being used by my outside Camtasia recorder, so I got to bring up my recorder and I've got to hit the stop button directly. And it asks me where I'd like to store my recording file. Now I'm going to put this into my new directory, which is in Documents. This is for the course, Udemy, and it's called Udemy Course Recording and Editing with Camtasia. And we'll take this default file name that Camtasia gives it, and I want to save it as ucam-sample the sample story recording file. Now, once it saves that, it starts the Camtasia editor for me on that recording, and I can begin editing it. Here's the recording. It's 1 minute and 52 seconds long. Now, the first thing that I like to do is I have a somewhat noisy environment. So what I do is I come up here to Audio Effects, I pull down Noise Removal, and I reduce. There we go, I'm seeing the properties now. I reduce the noise removal from 20 to 7. This is a good noise removal. Now what I do is I start listening to my recording. This is a sample video that I'm using to demonstrate how to record a video and edit it using Camtasia. In this, now there's kind of a long gap there, so let's go back. I'll position the playhead to where I want to remove the gap and then pull this red bar over to what I want to remove and hit the scissors, and it's gone. So now that long gap has become shorter. Camtasia. In this video, I'm going to show two types of presentation. I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation, which is what you're seeing now, and then I'll do a screencast software demonstration, which I'm going to jump over to Windows to show you now. And then I edit out all the talking that I had and come over to when I make it to Windows, Here I am in Windows, so I should just be able to get rid of this portion here. Let's hear what I say when I make it to Windows. And I say, let's do a screen demonstration of PowerPoint. Here we are in PowerPoint, so here are the slides that we were just doing, and I can give you a screen demonstration. Let's get rid of this part too, where I have a long gap and then I say, let's jump right in PowerPoint and record it. Okay, stop giving me a help demonstration. Okay, I don't really need to say stop giving me a help demonstration, so let's cut out that. That was a bit of a mistake. In PowerPoint and record it. And when I'm done, I just blank there. So we'll edit that out in post-production. I come back over to my PowerPoint presentation, the last slide, and I say slideshow from current slide. Control H to get any control stuff out of the way. And then I record the ending slide. In the next lecture, so that's what I want, is right up to here, where I say in the next lecture. So I take this demonstration and I cut that out. Now, the other thing that I can do is I can come to these places where I moved from PowerPoint into the real world, and I can select the track, put a break, pick a transition, like I love the rotating bar. Where is it? There it is, cube rotate. So I'm going to do a cube rotate here. And then at the end, where I come back to my ending screen, I'm going to do another split. I'm going to pull down a cube rotate effect so that I get this kind of thing. A slideshow. In the next lecture, we're going to go over creating this sample video. I'll see you in that lecture. And that's it for the video. We don't need the rest of this. This is where I was talking post-production about what I'm doing now. So I take that and I cut it out. Now what I do is I say File, Save. Now what's interesting is that Camtasia doesn't modify the original recording file. Instead, it creates a project file which contains all of the, there is my directory, which contains all the information about the edits that it makes to the original file. So we want to call this a UCAM sample. We're naming everything the same. So we have a recording file, a PowerPoint file, and a project file, all named the same thing. Sample the sample video. And now we're ready to come up to export, say to a local file. And I want an MP4. I want it in a particular directory. So I'm going to go to my, there it is, this directory. So I'm saving everything in the same directory. So this is the MP4 file I'm getting ready to create. And the advanced settings, current project dimensions, I want 1080p. And then we go to export. And it starts rendering. Now this should be a fairly fast render because it's a short video. So I may not even cut this out. Or I may. And there you go. I just rendered the video that you saw in the previous lecture. Now what I do is I say, File, Save again to save the latest version, and I kill this, and I am done. I get out of PowerPoint, and I'm done with that recording. In the next lecture, we're going to go over choosing a microphone. and other course requirements. I'll see you in that lecture.